All right, listen. I heard a bunch of people, especially African American Democrats, refer to Black American Republicans as Uncle Toms. And my question for you guys is, are you stupid? Do you have any brains? Did you read the book? I bet you didn't read the book. Because if you read the book, you learned something. That this Uncle Tom guy, right, was a character in Uncle Tom's Cabin, of course, written by Harriet Beecher Stowe prior to the Civil War, one of the catalysts for the Civil War. Okay? Now, this guy, Uncle Tom, was a slave. He was in his position. He didn't ask to be there. That's what he was. But he found Christ and became a Christian slave. And because of his commitment to Christ, he was the best slave on the plantation. Right? He was a good slave. Now, I don't know if you like that or not. I don't really give a damn if you do. But here's the point. Just like Joseph, he found himself in a situation and chose, okay, I'm going to serve my Lord. That was the point of Uncle Tom in that particular area. But here's the story. Uncle Tom is loved by this family, okay? But the family falls on hard times. And the father says, I have to sell Uncle Tom. And they say, no, don't sell Uncle Tom. And the father says, well, I have to, otherwise I'm going to have to sell the other people, the other slaves. And Uncle Tom says, no, sell me. Okay? Now, Uncle Tom gets sold. He gets sold to the slaver, and the slaver comes by, he chains him up, he puts a dog collar on him, treats him like a dog. But as he's taking him to the South to sell him, he finds that Uncle Tom has amazing integrity. And so he takes his chain off, he takes his collar off, and he treats him better than he was supposed to. The guy was a not trustworthy guy, he threatened to beat him up all the time. Anyway, so Uncle Tom is on a boat, and this little girl falls in the water. And Uncle Tom jumps in and saves her. Okay, now he saves her and he hands her up to her father. And the little girl says to her father, can you buy this slave for me? Now the little girl's name is Eva. And this little girl is probably one of the most beautiful characters I've ever heard about in a book. She just loved Christ. She was against the slavery, the whole issue and all this thing. But she saw the love in Uncle Tom, and Uncle Tom learned to love her. And through her love and Uncle Tom's love, they transformed the family. Okay, but the little girl is sick. And the little girl dies. And Uncle Tom wails at her bedside all night long. And he cries because this is a good person, little Eva. Okay? So the father says to him, Uncle Tom, my daughter asked me to free you if she died, so I'm going to do that. And so he goes off to have a drink. And while he's at the bar getting a drink, he gets in a fight. He's breaking up a fight, and he gets killed. So the wife sells Uncle Tom into slavery. This time he sells him to the evil Simon Legree. Simon Legree's a bad guy. He believes in beating him up. He brags about how he beats up slaves. He's an evil dude, okay? But he sees Uncle Tom's value. And he says, you know, I'm going to make this man the head of my farm. But first, I have to teach him to betray his people. So he has other slaves, Sambo and Quimbo, right? And these guys, they beat their own people. They beat him kind of like the guy in Django, the movie Django that Morgan Freeman played, or not Morgan Freeman, Samuel Jackson played, okay? Right? They're evil, horrible guys. But Simon Legree, he's going to force Uncle Tom to beat the other slaves and make them like this guy. And Uncle Tom says, I won't do that. And Simon Legree says, I'm going to get you for that after the season's over. Because he was valuable, because it was the season time, and he thought he'd lose money if he killed him. So what happens is, Simon Legree sends the two women he's been raping out to work in the field because they're not being friendly with him. Uncle Tom befriends them. Now, here's the real cool part. These girls befriend Uncle Tom, and he loves them and cares for them. He's picking cotton, he takes it from his bag and puts it in theirs because they're not picking fast enough. Okay? So these girls hatch a plan to escape. And they escape. Actually, what happens is they go up in another room in the house that the master won't go in because he's superstitious. So anyway, but the master says, Simon Legree says, I know that you know where they are, Uncle Tom. You need to tell me where they are. And Uncle Tom says, no, I won't. And so Simon Legree begins to beat him and beat him and beat him. And he keeps telling him, you'll tell me where they are. And he says, no, I won't. And he says, you'll tell me where they are. And so this whole time, they're asking Uncle Tom to betray his people. And he says no. Okay? Now, here's what happens. Simon Legree tells him in one amazing piece of writing. He says, I am your master and I am your slave. I am your God. I am your master and I am your God. And Uncle Tom says, you may be my master, but you are not my God. And Simon Legree loses it and he beats him until he dies. And then around the horizon comes a little boy that Uncle Tom was first with in his first house, who's grown up now, and he comes to save Uncle Tom only too late. And he buries Uncle Tom, and he treats him with love, and his memory is respected. You see, you think Uncle Tom is a bad thing because you didn't read the damn book. That's your problem. You don't know the information. You're spouting off a whole bunch of crap. You don't know the information. All right? Read a book before you start calling someone Uncle Tom in a negative connotation, because you know you're right. Men who will not betray their people are those that will stand up for the righteousness and the right, even though they say, oh, you're black, you should be Democrat. No. Oh, you're Puerto Rican, you should be Democrat. No. What I am is American. And I won't betray my people because you say I should, or some guy on TV says I should, or some Al Sharpton says I should, or some freaking idiot says, oh, you're because of your color, you need to be a certain political party. You see, you can call me Uncle Tom. You can call the pizza guy Uncle Tom. You can call any Republican. You can call Allen West Uncle Tom. It's an honor because you don't know what Uncle Tom is. That's the truth. That's the story. Learn it. Grow smarter. Except you, Al Sharpton. You ain't got a chance. You're dumb for life. Just how it is. Sorry. Bye-bye.